Welcome everyone. On today's show, I have the new owners of Woldruffs Footwear and Apparel, Tim and Linda Hethcote. Thanks so much for joining me.
Thank you for having us.
I wanted to start off with saying that, I myself am a longtime shopper at Woldruffs, and I think a lot of the folks in this community, really in the entire region, have come back to Woldruffs again and again and again. And so I wanted to just give the community an opportunity to get to know you, the new owners. But first, can I start off by asking, how long have you both worked at Woldruffs?
I started years ago when Scott came to Goshen. He was across the street, and I was his first employee. And I worked for him for 4 or 5 years, and then we parted ways, but we kept being good friends with each other. And I would stop in his store quite frequently. And so then it's been 4 or 5 years ago, he contacted me and asked if I would come back just part-time, just 1 day a week on my day off to help them out because they were short of help. And so I thought it would just be a month or two that I would do it. And I said, sure, yeah, I'll help you. And it ended up, I did that for a whole year. And we talked and he said, at least let's sit down and I'll make you an offer. And he was prepared. And so I came back full time. And that's probably been 4 years ago, I imagine.
And I worked when Tim had worked for Scott 28 years ago. I would come in on Saturdays when they were extremely busy and assist. So I helped them as well. And then I came back probably 3 years ago, full time.
Yeah. Scott and Judy owned Woldruffs for 28 years and had this huge legacy. What part of their history or their legacy are you most proud of or excited about as you look toward ownership?
Even when I didn't work at Woldruffs, people asked me several times, bosses that I had, and I always said Scott was the best boss I ever had, even when I was somewhere else. And he just was great to work for. He really built a customer service store, and that was, even when I talked to my employees, which are mostly all the same that were here with Scott, I said I want it to be customer service, and that's, you can go anywhere, you can go online and buy shoes, but to have the personal service is kind of the thing that we want to stress, and that's what he built over the 28 years, was one-on-one with the customers. And so that's what we hope to continue.
Yeah. So what are some of your favorite items or brands that you carry at Woldruffs?
I like everything, but my favorite brands are probably New Balance. I love Haflinger slippers. Taos is another favorite of mine just because it fits my foot well. And I like the clothes that we have too. Tribal and Lulu Bee and Charlie Bee. So those are some of my favorites.
I probably, and since I've been back with Scott, I have a lot of shoes, more than most ladies probably. Mm-hmm. But I probably have the most shoes, the Neo for men's and Samuel Hubbard. I like how those fit, and those are 2 brands. Johnson and Murphy, I have quite a few of theirs too. Those are probably the 3 brands, because we try and do more dressy shoes here, so I tend to get more of that type of shoe to wear in here at work.
Yeah. Will you be bringing in any new brands or new products as you start to kind of make the store your own?
Yeah, we have already. Right now we're buying for spring of 21. And so most all of the lines we've seen and have purchased. And there are 3 or 4 new brands that we're looking to bring in. The clothing, we're going to keep pretty much the same brands that we have. Some great brands in the clothing. And so there's there's a few more athletic shoes that we're going to try. There's a couple other brands that maybe we're going to expand, and a few of them, even like Haflinger, we didn't have them for a year. They were kind of slow. We looked at them for this fall and for spring, and they looked really great, so we brought them back.
Yeah. What's something surprising that people wouldn't expect to find at a foot and apparel store? Something you think, man, people don't realize we have this, but if they knew, they would be really excited.
Socks.
Yeah.
Socks. And that's kind of an important thing to know about when you buy a pair of shoes, if you wear socks. Sometimes if you don't have the right socks for the shoe you're wearing, it could kind of mess with the way it fits. So, socks.
We kind of tell people shoes and socks are the two most important things that you have on your whole body, because you never say this shirt is killing my back or hurting my legs, but the socks and shoes with the support, it affects your whole body, your legs, your back. It's kind of the rest of your apparel that you put on is just for appearance. Socks and shoes really help the feet and support the foot. And so the socks are a lot more important than people give them credit for.
Yeah. Well, as a longtime customer and on behalf of all of the longtime customers, I have a few questions. I want to know, will you be continuing your SmartWool punch cards?
Yes, we are. That's not changing. We have that. And so you can bring them in. It doesn't expire, and we'll keep that going.
Yes. And what about the coffee and sort of just that heightened customer service experience we've all come to expect at Woldruffs?
Right now, we're not doing the coffee only because of only because of the COVID. As soon as we're able to, we put containers out so people can help themselves. And so once the COVID thing started, we had coffee and cookies, and we thought, well, we just don't feel it's safe right now, but definitely we'll continue that as soon as we possibly can. The sooner the better for us.
Yeah. So what are the current hours for Woldruffs?
Our current hours are Monday through Friday, 9 to 5:30, and Saturdays, 9 to 5. And then first Fridays, we are still 9 p.m. We're still going to continue that even though there aren't any events.
Well, I want to thank you both for making this decision to take on this business and to keep this legacy alive. Of course, we all love Scott and Judy downtown, and they're big shoes to fill, but it sounds like you have the background and the love of the business to be able to fill those shoes. So thank you for what you're doing for downtown Goshen, and I'm excited to continue to shop with you downtown.
Great, we appreciate it. Thanks so much.